All right. Welcome to the Sportscast with no name until we get a name. And today we're going to discuss our instant reaction to the Seahawks versus the 49ers with another loss to the Seahawks, 28-21. Let's start with Aaron's reaction because I know you watched this game.
Unfortunately, I seen a lot of good. We started off real good. Gave Russell Wilson a bunch of 3-and-outs. Defense was doing great. Offense, first drive went down there. I'm like, okay, Jimmy did good, scored a touchdown. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Defense stopping, and I started watching. Before the game, I should know someone was up. It started off with injuries again. Robbie Gould doesn't even play, our kicker.
Wow.
He hurts himself in pregame. And I'm like, this is not a good sign. I'm like, everybody's talking about, we didn't know. I knew. And now it's right before the game started, like Robbie Gould's hurt. I don't know who the hell's going to get the field goals. We drive down and kick. It's our punter. And who's holding it, because the punter usually holds the field goal, is Juszczyk.
Mm-hmm.
So we drive down there again. We stopped them, and we like, okay, they stopped us. We going to kick a field goal. Missed. I'm like, this ain't missed the extra point after another touchdown. I'm like, Then I'm watching Jimmy. I'm like, okay, intercept. But he was doing good. He was like, I believe, at one point, 8 for 8. Okay. By the end of the first quarter, he had over 100 yards. He was doing good by halftime. He was up to, I believe, before he didn't play, 160-something. A touchdown and an interception. So I'm looking, I'm like, all right. And then Trey Lance comes in. And I'm looking, I'm like, okay, can he throw the ball? Because we're doing this hand-off. Then he, on third down, for some reason, we run up the middle. Now he ain't outside. He runs up the middle like a running back. I'm like, what are you doing? Then when he throws it, I think he had to shake the nerves off. But it was that we had Jimmy out. We had Robbie Gould out. We had Trent Williams, our best offensive lineman, out.
Oh, he was out too?
Yeah, he got hurt also. And then I believe Kinlaw got hurt. I think he still played, but he pulled one when Russell Wilson ran on us and scored a touchdown on us. And I kept telling him, I'm like, man, if we don't capitalize on this dominating them now, we're not going to do good. We started off good. And everybody's talking about start Trey Lance. And I'm looking like, did y'all watch the game? Jimmy didn't. Okay, but I guess they're saying because Jimmy's injury prone. So apparently he pulled a calf muscle or something with his calf, so he couldn't even play the second half. And I was mad. I'm like, he was doing all right. But I believe we're wasting a great defense, waiting on the offense to play catch-up. Because they keep saying fire the defensive coordinator. No. I'm like, we did good. We held them in check, but you can't hold somebody in check that long and not capitalize on offense unless you have the 2000 Ravens defense or the 85 Bears defense. Mm-hmm. That's the only way it's going to happen. I'm looking at the game like, well, what are we going to do? Capitalize on all this stuff. But on the positive on our offense, Kittle took an, oh my God, I was so scared. It looked like he'd been stretching so good because the way his knee bent had me like gasping for air. Man. I seen the hit because he got hit in the back and his knee bent back. I'm like, ooh. And he laid there for a while. The way he laid there, I got so nervous. And he popped up and he missed like 2 plays, maybe 3, and he came back in the game. But he wasn't the same after that.
Which quarter was this?
This is in the second quarter.
Okay, I'm going to have to watch that.
And it was a nasty fall. On a positive, Trey Sherman did good. We should have went to the running game a little more, but he had, I believe, 19 carries for 80, almost 89 yards, I believe. If I'm not, don't quote me on it. And I also seen, I hope, the big positive out of the whole game was Deebo Samuel. He's going to be a star.
I saw that.
He's going to be a star. He's going to be a star. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, he wants the ball. Like, if y'all don't want to do it, give it to Deebo.
Yeah.
So he's saying he's making a claim that he's clutch.
He's going to be a Pro Bowler this year. He had, I believe, Trey Sherman had 19 carries for 89 yards, and Deebo had 8 catches, 156 and 2 touchdowns, including the big 76-yarder. But before we get too hype on that 76-yard, I watched the play, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, let's be honest. He had to stop and catch the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So Trey didn't lead him. He threw it, and he had to stop and catch it, but it was so far, it was so wide open, he just ran the rest of the way. Yes, it was a drop. It was a misplay on the Seahawks, but we took advantage of it, and I like that. Trey, I want to see how he looks when he preps and goes in fully. So if he's going to be the starter, let's see what he can do. Everybody pretty much called it that Jimmy Party going to get hurt, and he did. What makes me annoyed that he was playing good. Minus the interception, he's not mobile, but he was doing good.
Yeah.
But
well, his issue is being injury prone.
You guys, the defense looked good. D Ford is back. He had 2 sacks. Nick Bosa already has 4 for the year.
Yeah.
We were stopping them. So don't make it seem like they got it, but we can only hold that team off for so long if the offense don't capitalize.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm still gonna talk. Bring on the Cardinals. I don't care if they're 4-0. If we can't win, we're playing spoiler.
Yeah.
We're gonna like last year for the Cardinals. We're gonna just ruin it. We're gonna just ruin that division up there.
Yeah, so this game got to be Trey Lance coming out party.
I wanted to ride with Jimmy because I seen positive in him, but it's like with Alex Smith and Kaepernick.
Is this that serious? Is Jimmy going back?
Who knows with him? I don't know yet. I didn't watch the press conference, but he was going into details about it. But when I say he was doing good in the first half, Jimmy was 14 of 23 for 165 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So whenever he hurt himself, it could have been more. And that's good for him in the first half. So I'm watching. I'm like, okay, all right, let's see what you got. But then Trey Lance was, I believe, he was 9 of 18 for 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He got sacked 1 time. Jimmy got sacked 1 time. Our running game was on point. He ran for 7 times for 41 yards.
Really? Oh, okay. So when did Trey get into the game?
In the second half. So they each played a half. Okay. So if you go by it number wise, I'm more like not overreacting because I could see that they was up 28 to like 14 on us. No, 28 to 13. Our kicker couldn't kick nothing, so we had to go for 2 points. So by that time we scored that last touchdown, I will say they was kind of easing off the brakes on us, but we took advantage of it. But Arizona, we have a great team. We just bad luck with injuries.
Yeah, that's so weird.
And it's very frustrating that it happens.
Yeah, 2 seasons in a row with these injuries. Like, what's going on? It's like the coronavirus for injuries for our team.
I don't know what's going on with us. And back-to-back home games, like, do we play better on the road? Now we have to go to Arizona and we beat them.
What happened to home field advantage? They're going to start teaching that league is cursed.
We were loud. Maybe since we left Candlestick, I don't know. But we were loud. It was frustrating, but
I'm going to look at the stats on that because I think, Levi, we don't have the greatest stats on that.
Not right now. We got to get there. But I seen it. I'm like, gotta kind of. I seen some positive, but you have to understand Seattle defense is not that good. So for them stopping us a couple of times, it was a building momentum.
So what happened with our DBs? How did the coach or the DB defensive?
Mosley was the best one. Mosley was the best one. Metcalf didn't do nothing. He had 1 touchdown towards the end, but he only had like 40-something yards. So we pretty much look. Russell Wilson was 16 of 23 for 149, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He got sacked 3 times. The receiver was Metcalf for 4 catches for 65 yards and 1 touchdown. That's their leading receiver. Their running game was Collins for 10 carries for 44 yards. They had total 105 yards total. So our defense did pretty good. It just that if you watch that game, please do not throw none at the TV on that fumble on that I believe punt with a punt or kickoff return.
That return,
it irritates. I'm like, what are you doing? He catches it, fumbles it, picks it back up, and then fumbles again. Just fall on the ball. Just fall on the ball. What do you want our defense to do for that? Of course they're gonna score. I'm just watching. I'm like, we did mistakes. I don't know, is the coaching? I don't know what to blame no more. I'm going to listen in. I'm going to see what they got to do. But it was frustrating.
Do you think we're in a situation where we have to win now?
We always had to win.
Yeah, we got to win.
Our situation.
We have to win this game, but the pressure is going to be on the Cardinals because they're expected to win. So I expect us to win. Hopefully, they start Jimmy G if it's not that serious of an injury.
We'll look into
Trey
it.
Lance, this might mess him up. I don't know if Kyle Shanahan's going to run him like crazy and end up risking an injury. So I would think the smart thing would do is to put Jimmy G back in there. Depending
What
on
was the injury? It was, right calf injury listed as questionable, but he did not return to the game. He's gonna have an MRI on his calf in hopes it was just a couple of weeks or something. So he most likely is not gonna play against the Cardinals. So it's gonna be Trey Lance.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see what Trey has. I'm pretty much annoyed, but because I see the potential we have as a team. We're there. Yeah. We're not a bad team. We're just
under.
I'm reading these comments. We should have started Trey Lance a long time ago. No, we kind of shouldn't.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But you think he should? Prove me wrong. I want to be proved wrong. I wouldn't not be mad if Trey Lance proved me wrong and take us to the promised land.
Yeah.
I'm here for admit that I was wrong. I'll get on live and say to everything I was wrong. Hey, I won't shed a tear. I won't be mad. I'll say it with the biggest smile on my face. But we need to.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're a 49er fan. It's not I'm a certain player fan, but you also know you have to protect your rookies.
Yep. You can't go crazy with the rookies.
Yeah.
It was the day I'll look into these injuries and see what's going on with Trent Williams. Jimmy most likely is out for a couple of weeks. He's hoping. Might be longer. I don't know how he hurt himself. I didn't really see it. I was shocked that he didn't come in. I thought it was going to be a play for Trey. Next thing I know, he said, no, he's not come back in. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. What's happening?
I'm like, what's going on? I didn't even know what was happening. I'm looking like, is he going to do a little trick play? What's going on? Because the trick play they tried, we got to come together. I don't know.
Yeah, so right now it's quest for 6, but it's looking like it's going to be quest for health more so than that. Because we got to get healthy. The way Kittle's getting injured. Oh, man, too many injuries.
He was already done with the injury, and that knee had me nervous.
He's breaking down.
Yeah, but positive. Here's the positive. Debo's coming through. Debo, Nick Bosa, our defense, D Ford, he playing lights out. We was getting pressure on him. Don't get me wrong, but when you give him that much time, momentum, the offense don't capitalize. What do you expect? Yeah. If he believes that he can still win this game, all the mistakes they made, they're gonna capitalize.
True.
I'm watching it. It's Cardinals is gonna be a little harder to with Kyle Murray, but I want them to overlook this.
Once you told me that the kicker was out, I was like, man.
It started off bad.
That changed the whole game plan.
Yeah, I remember seeing him when they were kicking a field goal, I think 3 weeks ago, when he was doing his little practice kick. He fell on his ass. You remember that? They're showing him how you do that little follow through, get your legs stretched out. He fell on his ass. And then he missed the field goal. So I'm like, man, this guy's cursed.
Must be.
Gold had one of the best, what do you call it, streaks.
Well, it makes it more annoying that we lost them.
Yeah, but they have a great streak, but then they go through this point where they're just like a mental lapse and they start missing everything. That happened with the Patriots field goal kicker they had years ago. I think Vinatieri or something like that. Remember, he used to make everything, and then he just fell off all of a sudden.
Got old.
Yeah, I guess the leg got old. Kickers usually last long.
Yeah. I didn't know that happened. That's interesting. That changes your game plan.
Yeah, it's suffering right now.
Debo's good.
We're like an injured animal right now. You know, when you corner an injured animal, then that's when the real beast comes out. So we're cornered right now, and we need to fight for survival.
We need to stay healthy.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. We need to stay healthy. That's what we need to do because Debo's playing his butt off. I'm telling you right now, Pro Bowl season. And he got my vote. I believe after this game, he might be the leading rusher again for receivers.
This is supposed to be the season.
Last I
where they
checked. No, he good. I'm not even too hyped up. When they want, let me see what he got for the year. Let me take a look. See, cause this man, he doing his thing. He's doing it. Let's see what he got for the year. Hold on.
He's got that yak.
Yeah, man, 76 yards. Hell yeah, it's yak. Okay, well they don't upgrade it. Yeah, hold on. 334.
Yeah,
Hold on.
How did Brandon and Sanu play?
Brandon did all right. Had some good catches. Sanu all right. Jennings did all right. It was the main ones was him and Kittle doing it.
Yeah.
If Kittle wasn't hurt, he would have had more yards. I'll say that. I think he knew he was hurt. So he was out there to block and trying the best he can.
Yeah. Well, at least both
kickers out.
Defense is doing great.
I don't want to waste the defense. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Do not waste the defense.
Before they go on for free agency.
Exactly. We have this young defense that's just doing it. We're not capitalizing on it.
Yep, we got to win now.
Eventually we're going to have to pay Bosa. And you know he's going to need, and he deserves it.
Yeah. Especially when you stand out from your rookie season.
Exactly. Already with 4 sacks.
Yeah.
In 4 games. I'm like, what more do you want him to do?
Coming up an injury.
What more do you want this man to do? I'm like, I don't know. I'm confused. Like, he coming off an injury like that. D4 is doing good. He playing. He might not be here next year, but we put all our draft picks into this quarterback. So we don't have draft picks, but we're pretty good at drafting later on. Draft, but bring the Cardinals on, see what we can do. As well as next week. That's all pretty much where I'm going right now. I was a little more irritated last week. That game just
that one we should have had. Yeah.
We should have had that one. That one irritated me. Oh. That took a lot of energy out of me. I say our best chance to win this year I still say Jimmy. I don't know why people are so anxious. I think they're thinking emotional.
Mm-hmm.
As you watch the game, you say you get emotional, you don't think it through. Trey Lance did good, but you have to understand they had a lead on us. So they're not putting a foot on the pedal that much. I seen the game. I'm like, all right, it's a tough division.
Mm-hmm.
So
2-2, Seattle 2.
Do you think it's similar to like how when we played Detroit and they started to come back? Like when you have the lead, sometimes you take the gas off the pedal. Is that what Seattle was doing?
A little bit towards the end. A little bit towards the end. I don't want to say too much, but that last drive, it was 28-13 by then. Mm-hmm. Under 2 minutes left, it's like, okay, we got them. Let's just let them get that little touchdown. Debo got it. There wasn't too much foot off the gas, but yeah, it was. We see our potential we have.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We just gotta be patient. Even if we lose to Arizona, I want to see. Now I'm really gonna watch. What are we made of? Because we have a good defense. The offense needs to live up to it. So if Trey Lance comes in there, hey, it's not over yet. 2-2, we can win the rest of this game. We can still win. If Trey Lance flips it around us, let's go.
Then
I'm hyped.
So,
then I'll be hyped.
That's going to create a quarterback controversy.
No, not really.
Aaron, what's your analysis of our run game? Has it improved?
Yes, it did. But you have to understand, Seattle has no run defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see what we do next week against a good defense. Because next week they got J.J. Watt, they got Chandler Jones. Let's see what Arizona can do for us. We can run against them, or they can stop Trey Lance. Then we'll be in trouble. But we can hang with them or beat them. If we win next week with Trey Lance, Jimmy's not coming back in.
No.
I'm saying it right now. If we beat Arizona next week with Trey Lance, Jimmy's not coming in the rest of the year. Why would he?
Jimmy.
If we beat the undefeated team that's that good, that dominated the Rams after the Rams in Tampa, I don't think he's coming back in the rest of the year.
Yeah, there's going to be a crazy quarterback controversy. That's going to be the talk of Undisputed. Skip's going to be talking about it. Skip, man, they can't put Jimmy G back in, Skip, with that type of game. We're going to hear a lot of that.
No, Skip wants he wants Trey to start off the back. Shannon's more like us, give him time to rest. But if he does it right off the bat, Jimmy's not coming in. I'm saying it now. He's not coming back in.
And are you fine with that?
If he wins, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, any closing statements?
Closing statements is let's get our shit together.
Yeah. And,
I don't know what else you want me to say. Get our shit together. Defense.
I was reading some articles and they were saying we were making some mental blips with penalties. How do you assess that?
I don't like flags, especially PI. It's hard for defenders to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think our defense did good. We held Metcalf in check. We held Russell pretty much check. We could have dominated that game. It was just mistakes. I'm thinking we beat ourselves more than they beat us. And I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say we beat ourselves more than they beat because we could have dominated that whole game. Why do you think it was tied 7-7 for the longest? We had them up. We started on fire. Defense is 3 and outs and 3 out. Oh, he was a little slow start. No, we was getting on them, but the offense keep messing up, not scoring. The defense gonna have a little slip up every now and then. No defense.
You can hold them down.
Exactly, but if we hold the lead up, their mentality is gonna switch up.
Yeah.
Closing statement.
Throw.
And closing statement. Let's end the game the way we start the game. We started off great. Let's get these injuries right. I don't know I don't know who's in charge of stretching or whatever. Yeah. But we need to we need to have a talk. Lay off the cheeseburgers or get on some low carbs. I don't know what it is, but something's up. We just getting injured.
Yeah. It's weird because both Kittle and Garoppolo, from what I heard, it's calf injuries.
Well,
what's that?
We already knew Kittle's gonna get hurt. He plays too hard. Him and Debo play hard. So we expect those to be. Jimmy, I'm like, I didn't even see. I might rewatch to see where I missed it at. I don't know if he took a sack. But when did you get hurt? Because you were playing all right. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know when it happened. And he runs off, so he's not coming back in. I'm like, what?
That's always funny. Like, it was like, what's going on?
That took me off guard. I thought we were going to run a little trick, a little wild card. And Jimmy go back in, talking about he's not coming back in. But that's all right.
But that's also a good thing, right? Because when we see that nasty injury, we know it's for a long time. So that's possibly a good thing. He was like, no, something wrong with my leg.
We're going to have to wait till next week. Tomorrow to see what the MRI says. Hopefully, you know what? Even if we don't win, I like what we see. It's just frustrating for Niner fans. We're good. It's just not living up to it. That's what frustrates us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also we're in a tough division. So we're 2-2. Dad wanted us to be 14-3. So we basically only have one loss to spare. Now we got some weak teams we're going to be playing in the future. You know, the Bengals, possibly the Texans, stuff that we should eat up real easy. But we have to win these division games. They're so important, especially in regards to tiebreakers.
We'll see. I'm not too mad. I'm irritated, but not as bad as last week because I seen it.
Last week, yeah.
I was a little more annoyed because it was an emotional game. This one, we should have won, but we'll see. We'll see. Bring on the Cardinals, like I always say. Bring the next one up.
Yeah, we don't.
I'm a little more calm with it. When we don't win the way we lose the way we do, I'm more calm because I can examine the game more, and I'll see what we're doing wrong.
And also, you know, what's hard for you, what's hard for me, what's hard for Maurice is the BS we're going to hear all week long about this fake QB controversy.
Ain't no controversy.
That's what we have to deal with.
Jimmy got it. They already posted on SportsCenter the second it happened. While the game's going, breaking news. I'm like, ain't no breaking news. My man, get out of here. The second
screen came in. That's simple as that. Someone got injured.
Now Trent Williams got hurt. What does it say? It might be serious because he got hurt with it said
that's bad.
Shoulder injury. Bad. He suffered a shoulder injury. I believe there is a serious concern regarding the injury.
That's bad to me. So you are going to need a mobile quarterback or someone who can read real fast to react for those blitzes and all that.
I'll keep you guys updated on my Instagram page. You don't follow Forever Faithful. I'm be trying to keep upgrade on Trent Williams' injury. Hopefully, it's not as it looked like right now. It's linking towards it might be real serious. All we can do is keep our fingers crossed.
That's key right there. That
That's
offensive line.
very key. I'm gonna try my best to keep posted on all these injuries with Jimmy, Trent. Robbie Gold was the mysterious one hurting himself during pregame.
I know the mysterious injury. Yeah.
I'm about to call Scooby in the game to come solve this mystery. I don't know what's going on with that.
Aaron, there has to be conspiracy if we find out it's his calf.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Yeah, because that's ridiculous.
Better drink some.
Robbie Gold.
That one was weird, but anyways, let's keep it positive, Niner fans. Let's try to stay faithful. I know it's very frustrating. We hate losing to Seattle almost as much as I hate losing to the Rams, but now it's close.
Yeah. The only positive is that the Rams lost. That was my only joy.
Oh, I seen it, but I'd rather keep an eye on the team we play next. And we should have beat the Seahawks, but we can beat the Cardinals. If we don't, we should beat the Cardinals. We should beat every team. We're not a bad team. That's what frustrating. Don't let the record distract you. Please, Cardinals, if you can do me a favor, please overlook us. Go ahead and please just overlook us so we can go in and get y'all. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
This is
well, there's Cardinals start pretty good, but towards the end of the year, they kind of break down because the weather changed. It's rare for them. I think, what was it when they had Kurt Warner, where they had a really good record, but most of the time they kind of trail off. Yeah, they try. No, but when Kurt went to Arizona, they tend to trail off towards the end of the season. They get burnt out.
Let them get burnt out again.
Yeah, so I don't really, I discount them. But I don't want to curse myself because I'm a hater.
I'm burnt out right now.
I'm a hater. I hate the Cardinals. I hate the Rams, and I hate. So.
Oh, I really hate the Rams.
Yeah, and that's just some precedent. But the Seahawks, I just want us to break this curse.
Almost, we should have, but you know what? It's all right. I'm done with it. I examined it. I'll rewatch the game and see what we did wrong. I'll pretty much know because I actually got to really watch it. Because when you know you're about to lose,
so we'll get your analysis on Saturday. Yeah, we're going to get more details from you on Saturday.
All right.
But you're more positive today than you were last week.
It ain't much positive. It's just I seen what happened, and I kind of seen it coming. I don't know what positive I can say. When I seen what was going to happen, I'm like, man, we keep stopping him. We're not capitalizing on this. We pretty much know what's going to happen. He's going to eventually get a touchdown on us. But I'll say it again, bring on the Cardinals. I'm done with Seattle.
For now.
It was muted. It's muted.
Or maybe it's on our end.
Maybe.
Yeah, I hear you again.
My fault. Yeah, but like I was just saying, I don't know if it's the conditioning coach, but we need to figure out what to do with these injuries.
I know. It's random. We need to investigate.
I do not know. The injuries is just frustrating. So I don't know. We got to stretch a little better or whatever we have. What frustrates us is because we have the weapons. Capitalize.
Yeah.
We got to capitalize.
And every year, Mostert is going down. Yeah. Mostert.
He might not be back. Yeah, hopefully he do, but I don't know.
He re-signed.
Yeah, he's very quick. He's very good, but I'm not giving up. Like I said, we need to stretch a little better, take our vitamins, protein shakes, whatever we got to do.
Yeah.
To get our bodies right.
Vitamins.
I don't know what it is, but we need to do something because
is it the ocean air? What the hell?
I am literally at a loss for words and not knowing what to do about that. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be the training because that's something new that we're doing with where it's constantly. Well, we know Jimmy is injury prone, but now it's like, okay, we know Jimmy plays hard, so he gets hurt. But Mostert is like 2 years in a row.
And both in the beginning. But
beginning of the year?
But you gotta be careful because Trey Sermon's coming. We see him, but we gotta understand Seattle didn't have a good defense. So let's see what they do against Arizona. Then I'll be more upbeat to see.
And we have 8 minutes left, but what time do we play Arizona?
I believe it's the same time. It's gonna be an afternoon game. Either 105 or 125.
Okay, so I'll keep an eye on that. They're going to be, of course, we'll most likely be the underdog.
That's all right. I embrace that role. Right now, we kind of deserve it.
So from your haters, what did you get more messages last week or this?
Oh, last week because the way we lost. This week is like, ha. Last week was more because it was our first loss. This week, I don't know. Well, like I said, I don't really pay the haters no mind too much. I expect it as much as I talk, win or lose. But as long as we stay healthy, we good. I'm gonna sit here after we done with the broadcast, sit back.
And all we gotta do is work out the kinks. It's fine for the first half of the season because as long as we make a comeback at the end, that's what it's all about. Having that momentum.
If we can get this win going to the bye week, I'll be happy.
Yeah. And then the Cardinals lose. So then we have as long as we're battling it out in our division, we should be fine.
And I'm about to sit here and watch this game because apparently New England is beating the Buccaneers right now, 7-3, almost going to halftime. So after this broadcast, I'm going to see what they have. And I'm going to enjoy that. Something to get me to chirp a little bit. But that's But let's end this on a positive note. Niner fans, do not be disgraceful. Keep it positive. I know you want Trey Lance in, so you want him in, you get him. I'm hoping. Hey, prove me wrong, Trey. I'm not one for being mad as you prove me wrong. I know you got potentials. I want you to rest up. But hey, go ahead. Do you? I want to see what you can throw. I know you can run, but I want to see more of that arm, less of that leg.
Yeah. And the reads.
And the reads. If you can do that, and you can be, if you go into this, I'm calling it now. If you go into this game next week, and Trey Lance leads the Niners to a victory, we were done seeing Jimmy Garoppolo as a 49er quarterback. I'm saying it now.
Because we already know defenses are going to play 8 in the box.
Go ahead.
Did you see that?
You can go ahead, but we got Debo. We got Kittle. Even if Kittle doesn't play because he's hurt, I don't know what's going on with it. I wouldn't be surprised if he probably doesn't play.
But then you can double Debo, right?
And then you go ahead. But then go ahead. But then we look. In order to do that, we have a running game.
Mm-hmm.
So either you're gonna drop them 8 in the box and leave Debo 1-on-1, or you're gonna leave one of them other receivers. We have to. My thing. If Trey does what I hope Trey does, is all good. We good.
Because at the end of the day, you are a 49er fan. You want what's best for the 49ers.
Exactly. So hopefully next week I will see you guys Saturday. I will talk it out. I will examine it. By then we will see all the injuries. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Trent Williams is able to play because that's a big blow. Robbie Gold, I don't know what's wrong with you, but how you hurting yourself in the pregame, I don't know, but
so Aaron, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
You don't look older than what, 25?
Well, the Niners keep stressing me out. I'm gonna look 55.
You're gonna get those lines, those eye lines.
I'm gonna get the eye lines and gray hair, all of it.
And the crow's feet. And you getting fit. So that's a key, health for life, and then that's health for family.
Trying to keep up with the Niners.
Yeah. So Maurice, where are you? What's your closing words?
To stay healthy. Stay healthy.
That's all we can say. Stay healthy.
Yeah. And execute. And discipline. Cut down on the penalties.
In my closing words, bring on the Cardinals. Let's give them that first loss.
Come on, let's go, Aaron. Aaron's ready.
Let's go. I'm already ready. We can play right now. I'm ready, but let's bring them on. Yeah. Let's beat the Cardinals. Let them overlook us. Trey Lance, it looked like you're starting. Let's go.